Hi friends, happy St. Patrick's. Today I am going to do a St. Patrick's video. I haven't celebrated St. Patrick's in a very long time, not since the kids were little actually. Back then we would go to the dollar store, buy the goofy hats and the plastic beads and have a great time. But since they've grown up, I haven't had or felt the need to celebrate St. Patrick's as in terms of decorate the house and all that stuff. Back then we'd throw green food coloring in our drinks and would make green cupcakes with green frosting and all that fun stuff. But without little kids around to do all that for the one day, I never, thought anything of it after that. You'd go out with friends for the evening, have a few Guinness, green beer, things like that, and just have a grand old time. But since I'm doing these videos and I was curious to see how much green items I have, I thought, why not do a St. Patrick's themed, a little bit of decorating. Right now, as you know, I just finished my winter blues and most everything is in blue at the moment. So I am going to just do the dining area, just one half of the room. I went around and grabbed whatever I had for green items. My neighbors gifted me a few things. Here's my basket with my few tchotchkes that I was able to scrunch up, dollar store items and napkins and the like, few little items from the dollar store. So I'm going to do a tablescape and just see what I can come up with for a St. Patty's themed little decor. I was curious to see how many items I have, so I went around in my storage and I pulled everything that had a hint or a shade of green or look like it can pass for green. So bear with me. Like I said, I do not have a St. Patrick's Day stash of items anywhere. I am just using what few items that I have thrifted or gotten for free over the years because I've used them in other color schemes maybe. So I had them. So I am going to go and see what I could come up with. I love challenging myself. This is going to be a challenge. I thrifted a green tablecloth, so I have that for the table. While I was at the dollar store, they had various scarves. That's what the label said, they were scarves, but knowing me, I split them and they're gonna pass as runners. I have my dishes and the like. I'm gonna use those and do a tablescape. I'm greening it, so I figured it'll work. And like I said, I am going to just do that half of the room and see what I come up with for a St. Patrick's Day themed decoration and see how my talent is evolving, because really it's just me challenging myself to go around and see what I have for items. I'm always preaching use what you have, so this is one of those instances where I'm going to have to put my money where my mouth is, or I said my no money where my mouth is, and see how this St. Patrick's Day. There's my leprechaun with his pot of gold, right? So we're gonna see how I could come up with this and see if my talent is as I think it is. I love to think of myself as talented. I love to think of myself as creative, imaginative. Well, so this is going to be one of those challenges. So this is one of those times where I'm always saying you can do anything in your home if you have items. Take your dishes, take your uh, curtains, take your sheets and move them. They don't have to be just for the bed and all that stuff. Well, let's see if I can do what I've been preaching, and let's see how my St. Patrick's Day decorating turns out. I am not a fan of decorating for one day unless it's a dinner party. Yes, it's a dinner party. They're going to come. You're going to prepare the meal. You're going to serve the meal. Your friends are going to enjoy it. You're going to wash your dishes, pack them away one day. But when it comes to doing an entire room or an entire look just for one day, not my thing. That's why Christmas and such for me is Christmas starts in November. It goes till sometime around mid-January because that is a lot of work for one day. Same with any of my other decorating schemes or color. I cannot do it for one day. It's too much work. It doesn't matter what anybody tell you. changing out your house, decorating, there is work because you got to gather your stuff. You got to make sure they're clean. You got to think about how you want it to look. Some thought, some effort goes into it. So to do it for one day, it's like, ugh. So that's why I'm going to do a tablescape that I could keep for the entire weekend. And I will switch it back to my blues after that. So I am starting today. Today is what, Thursday. I'm going to set this out today. St. Patrick's Day is not officially until Monday, so I will have at least 4 days with this tablescape slash that half of the house in green. And then I will switch back to my winter blues because I want to do a tablescape in that. But for now, I have switched out the dining area. I emptied the table. See, there's nothing on it at the moment. And I am going to do the tablescape. I'm gonna put a few items over on the piano and a few items over on the this cabinet top, and those are the only 3 items I'm planning to do in this green scheme for this video. So I am going to get started. First I will lay out my tablecloth, and then I will start building and see what I'm able to imagine and come up with. Okay, so let's have some fun and let us decorate for St. Patrick's weekend, not the weekend. So the tablecloth is on. I've spread that. It just fits. When I bought this thing, I did not measure or any of that. I just saw it, liked the color, thought it would go well for a St. Patrick's theme if I decided to do it, and I grabbed it. And like I said, this runner slash was meant to be a scarf, came from the dollar store. I split the ends to open it, and I'm going to lay that on top of my thrifted tablecloth. So here goes. It's got the clover leaves and it's a shade of green, so it works perfectly for what I am intending for it to do. I'm trying to stay towards this side of the room because if I go to that side and the camera follows me, then you see all my blues. So I'm trying to stay on this side while I do this scheme. And I think what I should do is I'll move the table chairs from that side of the table and work. Let's see, try and get this centered. So my runner is on. I'm going to remove these chairs off to the side. As you can see some of the blue in there when the camera moves. Move these back. And this gives me this end of the table free and clear so I could go back and forth as I add my items. I think I'd start with the dishes because starting with the dishes again takes up a lot of space, so less for me to worry about when it comes to build my center scape. So next I will grab my chargers because I don't have placemats in this color, so I have some gold chargers. I am going to lay those down. See my blue in the back. I'm trying to not to stand on that side of the room too much because we're trying to do green here. We're trying to do St. Patrick's Day, so let's try to keep our focus on the green. Okay, I have how many chairs are on the table? 8, so let's set out for 8. And I will lay my chargers out. You can see me going around putting those out. Okay, so we go. So 8, and I will keep building. I'm gonna go and tweak things, set them out. Maybe by the time I come back to show progress again, I'll be at the dishes. So let me go around and fiddle with that for a bit to keep this video in within a proper length. So I will keep adding some stuff and build on that, and from time to time just show the progress on what items I'm putting out. So next will be plates, maybe glasses, the cutlery, all that stuff, and then I will come back and do the prettying up and rounding out the look. So just bear with me. We will get the St. Patrick's Day video. St. Patrick's. I will. Oh, I will. So far, I've gotten the runner in place, green and gold. I have got my gold and white plates on my gold charger. And remember, the leprechaun has that pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. So that is what we're going for here in this look, right? We want as much of that gold as we can get. Yeah, I know it's green and gold and whatever other colors I can manage to pull in to make this a true St. Patrick's Day theme, but so far I'm more focusing on the gold. I want that gold. That pot of gold at the end of the rainbow is what we're all striving for. Anyway, that is how far I've gotten. It just looks so pretty. I figured I'll stop and show how it is coming, how it's building, and I think that is a great base. So I am very much enthused. I am very much feeling like this is going to be another successful tablescape. So I will continue to build on that. Another quick check-in. I have put my small plate on my bigger plate. Remember I said I don't have much green items, so I am using what I have. So these little Corel plates from another set I am putting on my gold and white plate, and that will now pull in the green for me to get the theme grounded, start bringing the green into the tableware. So far, that is the look. I think it is coming along nicely. The chargers, the dinner plates, and the smaller salad plates on the dinner plates to grab the color and ground the theme and get everything starting to pull together. It is coming. Slow progress, but we'll get there. Nothing great can be rushed. So my table is coming along nicely. I have placed my thrifted napkins. I have some in damask, and there are some in the linen look. I have put out my glassware, some in a wine glass height and some in just regular water or juice glass height. I've put out my cutlery. I use my gold because remember it's St. Patrick's, so we're expecting a pot of gold from the leprechaun. So what other way to encourage his generous gifting than to put out gold, right? You put out gold, gold is what I want. I don't care what's in that pot. At the end of the rainbow, I want the gold. So anyway, I have put out some paper napkin in a clover leaf shape. I don't want to destroy my setting. And when I go around and show them close up, you would see everything that I did, but it's coming. So what I've done is build my place settings first. Like I always say, I love to do that first because it takes up a lot of the room on the table, and therefore I have less to scape down the center. So at the room already taken and filled in, now it takes the pressure off me of trying to come up with pieces to fill in that. So I put out as much of the software that I have, even if I'm not intending to use all of it for, let's say it's a dinner. Let's say it's a dinner. Even if I'm not intending to use all the pieces, I would put it on the table to make the table pretty, to make the look come together. You could always remove them after whatever you're not going to use. As your guests show up, they get to appreciate, ooh, and and I love it. And how did you come up with that? And you go around and you tell your little story. It's part of your entertaining. And then when it's time to serve the meal, put out the courses, etc., then if you have some help, let's hope sometimes you have some help. And some of them friends, when they come to a dinner party, they want to get in there with you anyway and play as well. Here's your chance to let them play. So you start moving away the pieces that you are not going to use, you put them off to the side, and then you set out your meals, your dishes, and they become now the focus of your table. But doesn't matter what I'm doing, I always like to start with at least a pretty setup, something that welcomes everyone so that they know and they see that you put effort into that. You really wanted them over. So you went out, practically out of your way to make this welcoming, pleasant, beautiful. After all, they are giving up some time in their day as well to come and be with you. So you may as well make that effort, right? You may as well show that you've put some thought, some effort, some thinking into it, that they're special to you, and they would appreciate it. Doesn't matter if your food don't taste good, they won't. Even if the food doesn't taste all that great, they'll forgive you because everything else looks so pretty. You know what I mean? All the decorations were great. And let the wine flow if they're drinkers. If it's tea, let the tea flow, let the coffee flow, let the juice, put on some music, set the scene, set the atmosphere, and everything else will fade off into the background. It's all about the love and the atmosphere that you create and set, and everything else will flow. Anyway, enough gibber gabbering. Let's finish up this tablescape today before St. Patrick's Day come and go. And I'm still chatting. Okay, so let me continue, and then I will do my final reveal. I think now I am just going to maybe. Who am I kidding? I'll come back. I was just about to say maybe I'll just finish the whole thing out and then just do the grand reveal, but you know me, I don't think I know. I will start again, do a little bit more, maybe down the center. I'll start building now, and then I will come back and do another check-in. So for now, let me just put this thing on hold for a bit. My table is completed. My Y25 year 2025 St. Patrick's Day tablescape / dining room, dining area decor is completed. There you have it. I did what I can with what I had around and a few last minute bits and bobs, maybe about $10 worth of dollar store items, and I have created, ladies and gentlemen, my year 2025 St. Patrick's weekend day, however long you celebrate for. Look, I'm going to go around the room and show my little vignettes. Did my sideboard, I did my dining table, the whole scheme of it, all greens, all items that I had around, gifted, thrifted. I have no green artwork, so a little hangy dangly from the dollar store, and I made it work. I am, like I always say with these videos, I am not about to go bankrupt to do fancy YouTube videos. Whatever I do in my videos, it's me, it's my personality, it's my creativity, it's my ideas, and like I said, no rules here. What I have, I use. If it comes from my bedroom, my kitchen, my out in the garage, picked it up on the side of the road, somebody gave it to me, it's all getting thrown together, and we're doing what we can with what we have. So this is what I have, this is what I've created. It's not crazy fancy or anything like that, but it's mine and I love it, and I am now going to share it with you guys. So I will go around and do a slow pan of the pieces so you can see what's on the table, how it all pulled together, and just enjoy. Like I always say, it is for fun. So here we go. So there is my table. First, let me show you the color isn't coming in as well, but that's a very, very pale green damask pattern napkin. And on this side, I ironed them, people, trust me, I did. This is a linen, another pale limeish green color. So I had to mix and match my napkins, because when you thrift, you only get so many. You cannot pick 6 of this and 4 of that. You get what you get. So there was 5 in one and 4 in the other. So I just mix and match. So there we go. That is what I did for my napkins. You remembered what I did with the plates already, mix and match. And these are the things that clover leaf that I place on my plates are from the dollar store. Came in 2 patterns in a package, so I put those on my table to further pull my theme together. I have a couple of green water glasses. I didn't have enough of those, so I had to use another pattern. So I went clear. So I have 2 different sets of water glasses. And then with the wine glasses, again, two, not enough in the one pattern. So there is this one. That's one design. I do a close-up so you can see, I'm not kidding you. And I had to use this one because they were 4 and 4. So that gave me my 8th place setting. And that is how I managed to pull my drinkware and my napkins together. My plates I already went over, the white and my green salad plate. And on my center, I have all my items and objects, glass vases, candle holders in different colors and sizes, little dollar store figurines, little dollar store buttons and pins, little chocolates. These are actually chocolates. Happy St. Patrick's Day, and a clover leaf on the front. These are some fake gold coins, same idea. You can see, what does this one say? This one says 4-leaf clover for good luck. And on the other side of it, it has the clover. Yeah, and so I threw those on there. As usual, it's not St. Patrick's Day without a bunch of fake beaded jewelry, so drape those as well on the table. And a couple of my picture frames from other looks, they have some green in there, put them on there. My vase, lots of greens, different shades, which I am thankful for. That is why I use this vase as a center. It anchors my table. That's the first thing. And it has a myriad of different green colors in it, so it pulls all my other greens together. See, sometimes just that one piece, from that one piece is where I pulled my entire scheme from. See the different shades? This one is almost a watery look and you can barely see the green in that one, but when placed against this candle holder, which is darker and is of a ceramic, that is glass, ceramic, they help to anchor and ground each other. There we have two other little vases, different shades, again, dark, light. My little candle holders, another shade. This little thrifted, I guess it wants to be crystal vase, another color. So in order to ground and pull the entire table together, I use my main centerpiece vase, which is that one. So you see how all that mess was be able to come together and look cohesive and make sense? That was my grounding piece. And I build my entire look out of that. So let me step back and show you my table. And that is how it looks, ladies and gentlemen. With the few items I had, I pulled this look practically out of a hat. It's out of one of the leprechaun's hat. And I did it. I love it. It's pretty. It's my first St. Patrick's Day in a long time. And actually my first grown up, a little bit sophisticated St. Patrick's Day look, because like I said, previous years, I did it with the kids and it was always all the tchotchkes from the dollar store, plastic this, paper that, you know, those crazy hats that you put on. And so this is actually quite nice. I mean, if I'm feeling crazy enough, I could go around, fill my wine glasses with water and drop a little bit of food coloring in them and have some green. But I think I'm happy with this. I am going to let that be my look. And if I pan over to the piano, you know me, it's part of the dining room, so it has to be decorated. I put some of my daughters and my sons, my kids' music books in green out, and a few pieces of green glassware up on the piano, a vase, a dish, and my sign that my neighbor gifted me. There is my crazy drunken leprechaun with his pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. He's ready to gift me some for St. Patrick's Day. So I will leave my table with some space for whatever he decides to bring my way. I'm waiting on you, leprechaun. So that is how I did the piano area. And I don't have a green art piece, so I hang just a simple one of the dollar store tchotchkemajiggies there up on the wall and above the dining table. So if I come this way, you can see a little bit better how everything looks. That is my St. Patrick's Day look. And then I pan over to my sideboard and I put a vase on one of my cake stands. Put up another of my Happy St. Patrick's Day sign. The leftover napkins from my table in the clover leaf shape I place there. I have a green teacup, the only one I own in a solid green. It has a little pattern on the inside, but that's okay. The color went nicely with that vase, so I placed it there. And I have two of these little glass basket little dishes, and I put them on top of my sideboard, on top of my dollar store scarf, which I am using as a runner. This one is in the green and white pattern, and then the one up on the dining table, as you could remember, is the green and gold. So to separate them, I'll put one on the dining table and one over on the sideboard. So that is what that area there looks like, and this is what this area over here looks like. I'm proud of this look from a person who wasn't going to do anything for St. Patrick's Day to actually coming up with this nice look and scheme and theme and my green colors. I did not know that I owned that many green items, but I surprised myself. Some of these are probably for Christmas and in the summer when I do my summer looks and I mix them with my blues and all of that, because the majority of it is glass, and I love glass. Glass is my favorite. Glass and wrought iron. You can catch me anytime with those. And for dishes, bone china. You will catch me hands down shopping if you put those things out. So this side of the room is closer to the dining area, so I put this blanket on the chair, a green colored cushion. I swapped out the drapes on this side, and so that is the dining room area for St. Patrick's Day. That is the green color scheme that I did. I am going to back up a bit. I haven't put the chairs back yet on this side because I was walking around to show the items. I will put the chairs back and then give you a full preview of my St. Patrick's Day dining room decor tablescape for year 2025. My other sideboard just off my dining table area, I couldn't forget about that because it shows when you look from the bottom up to the top, it shows as well. So I had to put a few pieces of green items on there. So one leftover napkin, a jar in another shade of green, and another stack of clover leaf napkins, my paper napkin holder with some green napkins, and that is what I did for that little area because it is as well very close to my other dining area. That little cabinet has some glassware in it, so I keep it as part of the dining room area, and that's how everything looks. That is what I did. That is my St. Patrick's Day look. So there we have it, friends. Another piece of art created by me. Art in the sense that I had to pull my items together and create my tablescape. Totally loved it, totally enjoyed it. It's creative therapy for myself. I don't want to go out and lie on someone's couch and tell them all my problems. When I am doing this, this is where my problems escape to my creativity. So I am happy for my table. It's my St. Patrick's scheme for 2025. Everything turned out well with the items that I do have on hand, and I'm proud of it. It's pretty in my opinion, and it is making me happy and smile when I walk by. I love it. I never knew that I had that many green pieces, but I shouldn't be surprised. And so there they are, placed together on my table, and looking very nice and for share with you guys. And for me, that makes me happy, makes me smile. On the sideboard, I forgot to mention that I have put out as well some liquor for the leprechauns, because I think that a drunken leprechaun would be a generous leprechaun, right? Don't forget, we're after the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, so we got to get this leprechaun like really boozed up so he can, like, you know, really empty that pot of gold when he comes by, right? Anyway, so this is me saying thank you again for stopping by, for checking out my look. Let me see if I can ease down again so that it is featured. You can see it behind me. There we go. That's way better. Lean over. I'm still trying to figure out this thing that I was gifted to me so that I could do my videos. Anyway, so there it is behind me, my St. Patrick's themed greens and whatever color looks like green tablescape for this season. I will be back with my blues. I haven't put my blues to bed yet, so I still have to do my transfer wear tablescape. I haven't forgotten about that or given up on it. So friends, until next time, get in there and do something fun and enjoyable for yourself. Get all your items together and start making art. Start therapy on yourself. It is very therapeutic. Don't get too hung up in your head. As soon as you start to think that this doesn't go and that doesn't go, and worry about what other people are gonna think, it will cripple you. So do not do that. Just get in there and start to do whatever makes you feel light, and let your worries and concerns float off on the air. So until next time, my friends, happy St. Patrick's Day, and have fun. Get drunk, get some Guinness and stout and Irish cream, and have yourselves a great St. Patrick's weekend and day. Bye-bye, friends. Love you.